The video I'm responding to here is a wonderful example of how it is possible to sound entirely reasonable and scientific whilst gushing a bunch of illogical, poorly thought out and utterly baseless arguments and assertions to serve a predetermined conclusion. It is not an honest and fair examination of evidence attempting to reach a conclusion. It is an irresponsible semantics game, playing on misconceptions of how science and reasoning work. Bluntly, any argument centered around the concepts of infinity and omnipotence is flawed from the start. These are not useful, plausible, or demonstrable concepts. If one seeks to apply them in reality, all one gets is a series of impossible dilemmas and contradictions that can't be resolved and never would have arisen in the first place if we just stuck to what we knew as opposed to what we might like to speculate. Take omnipotence. What do we mean by that? Do we mean the potential to do any action at any time? This is impossible because certain combinations of actions cannot be performed at once. For example, even an omnipotent God can't make an object both blue and red at the same time. He can either make a universe or not make a universe, but he can't do both at the same time, and therefore he is limited. The purpose of pointing out this contradiction is not to dispute the arguments the speaker offers, but to demonstrate that these concepts like infinity that he's casually throwing around just don't have any bearing on reality. We've never met infinity. We can't say anything about it or how it behaves. This man is playing with mathematics and logic that he does not understand, and neither do you, dear listener, so don't get too smug. The bottom line is, infinity is a negative concept. It says what something is not, i.e. not finite, but it says nothing about what something is. In fact, if you think about what the religious have to say about God, most of it works like that. They'll happily tell you what God isn't, but they'll tell you nothing about what he is because they don't know. They can't know. All they know is that they don't know, and so that's all they'll tell you, which rather begs the question, why are we listening? As for that, well, I don't know, but it does reveal something profound about Islam and religion in general, for which I am grateful. Religion is not knowledge. Religion is the lack of knowledge. Moreover, it is the glorification of the lack of knowledge. It serves as a tool to rationalize, drown out, and then elevate our ignorance to a position where it can be idolized. It is, in other words, a way of making dumb people feel smart. This man thinks he can pontificate about the origins of life, the universe, and everything just because he's thought about it a bit and read some ancient book. How dare he imagine we take him seriously? Does he honestly think that with the aid of a 1400-year-old book he can sit there and think himself out of a cave? If we ever do find out something about ultimate origins, and bluntly I don't ever think we will, it won't be because some uneducated troglodyte stumbled across the knowledge. It will be because dozens of dedicated and honest scientists spent their lives humbly and unrelentingly seeking the truth through the only methods that work, science and critical thinking. And these are what our Islamic friend should adopt should he wish to learn anything.